Alrighty guys, here we are, game 3 between Lanier and Tama in the lower bracket. This very well may be the most important game of the tournament up to this point. One of these elite players who both have a legitimate shot of making a run all the way to the later stages of the tournament in the lower bracket will be denied of that opportunity right here, right now. The winner of this game is alive and the loser is out in round 3 with a 1-2 record. Let's find out who it's going to be. Here is game 3 between Lanier, Disease Donkey, and Tamahome. Tama's on the top of the Zapdos. Lanier, with a great nickname on his Zapdos, Big Pecker Callous, damn straight, is on the bottom. Toxic and T-Bolt respectively, advantage for Lanier. Toxic more relevant of those two things. Lax comes in. Tama thinks there's going to be a switch, and he's right, so he goes Toxic again. However, it is a switch that is Toxic Immune in a Snorlax, which shows, of course, immunity as opposed to Thick Fat. So it's established very early on, turn 3, that Lanier has opted for Magdoll. We've seen both pieces of it already. And the Toxic on Tama's Zapdos turns out to not matter because he can rest it away. Granted, he's now sleeping, so he's more vulnerable, but he doesn't have to worry about the status. Lax goes +1 here. Tama again opting for Scarm. He does get one layer down. Body Slam 19% does not find power. We know that there's a Magneton, so both players have to be careful here. Body Slam, Whirlwind. Does it find the Mag? It does not. It finds Doutrio. So we've got double Trapper Magdoll going on here. This is reminding me very much, because you've got to think that the last poke is a water, right? Whether it's Swampert, Milo, Coon, whatever it is. This looks very much like a team that was very popular in the play-ins, which I have stated many times on record I hate, which is this all-in on Lax team. Looks to be what Lanier is playing, where the team more or less does not have any win condition whatsoever other than the Lax itself, which I hate, which is way, way, way too much all the eggs in one basket for my personal taste. But Lanier obviously has a different opinion than I do, and I think he's the one you should believe instead of me. He's certainly better than I am. But yeah, Lanier is putting his tournament life in the hands of this team, so he obviously has faith in it. He believes in it a lot more than I do, and yeah, my suspicions are confirmed. Last poke Milo, which is far from a win condition. It's not even a Coon, so it really is all in on Snorlax here. He is going to try to ride this Curse Lax to victory. It is his only win condition on the entire team, and the whole team is built around setting up this Lax, and he probably on Zapdos, but it could be somewhere else, maybe on Magneton, but he's probably got a weather change effect somewhere in case Tama does in fact have sand, because Lax really, really, really wants there to not be sand. So Zapdos goes for rest here. Tama's only shown 2 pokes. Full team revealed for Lanier. This is very similar to in previous games. Last game was like this too, where Tama just spammed Roar a bunch early, and Lanier's whole team got revealed, and Tama had a bazillion unrevealeds in the back, and that seems to be similar here, but Zapdos is in trouble with this +1 Lax. He needs to get out of the way. He's not going to survive another Body Slam. Lanier going Shadow Ball here would be a godly play, but he's not able to do that. And I'm very confident that it does have Shadow Ball in this team as opposed to Earthquake, given the full configuration that we have available here. But a great play here. Lanier calls when the Scarm is going to come down. He gets the Mag in immediately and roasts it. This seems like a good matchup for Lanier. Okay, that makes it a little less good. It's going to be a 5-5, but still, I mean, Tama does not manage to get spikes down. So it's Magdoll against Scarm, and so far there's no sand for Tama, though it would be very logical that there would be sand somewhere. Actually, that changes my theory that he goes Celebi here. I thought the last were going to be something along the lines of T-Tower plus Swampert or T-Tower plus Water, but now he can only have one or the other. If his last poke is T-Tower, I don't think it can be for Tama. Yeah, it's just that team is so weak to DD Tower or DD anything. It's just not sturdy enough. Like, you lose to Magneton and any physical presence if your last poke is T-Tower for Tama. I don't think it can be. I think it has to be a bulky Water. So this actually seems, if I'm right, this seems like a nightmare matchup for Tama. Magdoll against Scarm. and then a team that just doesn't have sand against the all-in on Lax team. That just seems like an absolute disaster. And other than against the Magneton, Dugtrio seems like crap in this matchup too for Tama. This matchup seems like a nightmare. Also, Tama just missed an opportunity right there. He could have Rock Slid and killed the opposing Zapdos, but he overpredicted and went HP Bugs. That was a huge missed opportunity for Tama. And I don't think he can afford to miss a lot of opportunities because the more I analyze this, like I said, we don't know the last poke yet, but just logicking it out, it's got to just be a water. And, I mean, there's not even a rock resist. It has to just be Swampert, right? Oh, man. This matchup seems atrocious for Tama. And, yeah, and it's Shadow Ball Lax, too, against the Gengar. Man, Lanier really could not draw this up a whole lot better. This is like a dream matchup for Lanier. This is going to be really tough for Tama to win. Never say never. He's a fantastic player, but, I mean, this is about as ideal of a situation as Lanier could ever hope to be in. This is like the best possible matchup for this team that he thought to bring. I hate this team that Lanier brought, but it certainly looks like it's going to work out in this game. This is going to be really hard for Tama, unless his last poke is something other than what I think it is, which is Swampert. Yeah, good luck. Good fucking luck, Tama. He missed an opportunity to kill the Zapdos earlier. I mean, it's hard. I get why he did what he did. But, man, had he just gone Rock Slide there and killed the Zapdos, we might be looking at something different. The fact that he didn't do that is a little bit tricky. Now, the Gengar here is good. We don't know the full set. All it's shown is Ice Punch so far, and that's what it's going to show again. Gengar, offensively, if it has a bunch of coverage, could be annoying for Lanier. But we know that it is a rest Shadow Ball Lax, so unless the Gengar has Taunt specifically, even Will-O-Wisp isn't enough because the Lax can just rest it off. Unless the Gengar has Taunt, then the Lax is going to be fine. So he's just shown Ice Punch Thunderbolt. His last moves could be Wow Taunt. He's got that Dugtrio, so I'm inclined to think that he's Boom, which Lax definitely needs to watch out for, because if Lax gets boomed on and then Dugtrio follows up, maybe Tama's got a shot here. Obviously, Lanier is very, very invested in keeping this Lax alive. It is very, very important to what he's trying to do. But man, like I said, I can't say strongly enough. This matchup just seems so bad for Tama. There's Roar, drags out Zapdos. He's got 2 sleep turns, so I mean, there's a crit opportunity here for Tama, but he's just going to go for rest, obviously, right? If he even stays in. Here comes Dougie. He's going to catch Celebi, so now he needs to decide if he's going to go for it. I don't know that he kills with Bug. He does a fuck ton, but he doesn't kill. And there's Giga Drain doing it back, so that might have been greedy to stay in for Lanier. I don't know that I love that play. Did he really think he was going to get it from 100%? I mean, I don't know. Maybe if he's adamant, he has reason to believe that. The last poke is Swampert, as suspected, so even though I think Lanier got really greedy there by staying in, I do not think I would have stayed in. I think I would have switched to Lax, but despite that, I still think Lanier is going to win because I think this matchup is just so lopsided in his favor. But that being said, Tama is ahead right now, 5-4 for what it's worth. Body Slam there, decent damage, no para. Roar brings out Milo, which Swampert does not threaten at all. That's another thing, that Swampert threatens almost nothing on Lanier's team. Milo handles it, Zapdos handles it, Lax handles it, especially after a boost. Yeah, I mean, this is Lanier's game to win. Simple as that. I mean, it could not have drawn it up better. Also, the fact that he's got Giga Drain here, it looks like Super Celebi again. This might actually be the exact same team that Tama won with in Game 1. He didn't show all of it, and it worked so well in Game 1, so perhaps Tama's logic was just bring it again. And I don't mind that logic. It worked. But, man, it seems like it's going to, not work in this one. Lanier outpredicted there. He missed an opportunity for a +1 Body Slam. The reason he went Curse there is because he was predicting a Protect, but he was incorrect on that, and he missed an opportunity. +1 Slam on the Pert would have been pretty good there. So there's been a couple of missed opportunities for each player. Lanier misses the +1 Body Slam there, and then Tama earlier, I keep harping on it, missed the Rock Slide on this Zapdos, which is still alive today. and being a nuisance to Tama. Thing would have been dead a long time ago had Tama made the right prediction on that turn. Zapdos is going to miss Toxic on Dugtrio. It's a little bit unlucky. That could be relevant. Dugtrio doesn't super care about Toxic, but it's obviously not good in any way to miss that. However, Lanier is going to call what the Dugtrio is going to do, which is Rock Slide. Claydol is going to come in very safely. Oh, here's an opportunity to kill Zapdos. No! Doesn't pull the trigger. Psychic there would have killed the Zapdos. This is a game of missed opportunities for both players. However, the faster Zapdos belongs to Lanier. And again, he misses Toxic for a second time against Dugtrio. There is definitely some relevant BS going on in this late game. And again, it's Rock Slide. Claydol comes in safely. Can he pull the trigger this time and snipe the Zapdos? He goes to his own Zapdos. That's in danger. Should Dugtrio stay in? He nails him with Rock Slide. Tama outpredicts Lanier here. Now Zapdos with his back against the wall has to get out of the way. Tama goes to his own. Does Lanier have the balls to stay in? No! He misses the opportunity to kill the opposing Zapdos. Man, this is a game of missed opportunities for both players. There's so much pressure. Neither player wants to be eliminated. This is game 3 against what both of them know to be an extremely competent opponent. Neither player wants to get donked out of this tournament, but they have both missed opportunities to gain very relevant advantages. There is Protect, and this time Lanier not going to fall for it. He goes straight Body Slam, but he's wrong. I don't hate the Body Slam there. I think that's fine. He gets a crit on this Body Slam and a para. Lanier might get bailed out by some BS there. That was the perfect Body Slam, getting both of the things that he would have wanted, a crit and a para. Now Swampert is at 33%. Milo comes into it. Swampert, Surf, bounces off. Oh, this game is so ridiculously tight. They have both had their chances, and I still don't know, nearly 70 turns in, who's going to win. Surf on Celebi that I believe is a Super Celebi. Lax is at 100% and can handle it. In it comes. Giga Drain, Tickles, 13%. Celebi needs to be very careful of Body Slam, though I think the better play is to Curse on this turn. Here comes Gengar. Curse would be very tricky. Shadow Ball is threatening here. Of course, Tama could go Boom, but with the +1, I don't know whether Boom plus Dougie is enough, but Lanier has to be careful about that. There's the Will-O-Wisp. Does he Shadow Ball? Yes! Heavy damage, 47%. Gengar will not live another one despite the burn. This is a tricky turn for both players. Zapdos comes in, and Lanier responds with Milotic. Zapdos had 0 sleep turns here. However, Milotic cannot hurt things like the Celebi should that come in here. It is the Surf. It puts the pressure on the Zapdos. However, he looks like he will live another one based on that damage roll. Zapdos stays in. Milotic going to try it again. There's Surf. Zapdos at 6%, but he's now at 12 after lefties, and he's due to wake up anytime. Lanier did not take advantage of that opportunity by getting in, say, the Lax earlier or bringing in something that actually threatens it, like his own Zapdos. It seems like a couple of wasted turns with the Surf. Here comes Dugtrio now on the burnt Lax. That's crucial! He catches it on the rest! I can't believe Lanier lets that happen! Tama has the balls to make that switch, and Lanier allows it to happen, and Lanier is going to lose his only win condition. Tama switches in the Dugtrio on the rest turn. That is devastating. All of a sudden, Lanier, with his dream matchup, is not in good shape whatsoever. Tama capitalizes on the rest turn and slips the Dougie in there. And Lanier is in big trouble. I have never seen Lanier this close to elimination before, but it is really starting to look like Lanier, somehow, some way, the tournament favorite according to everybody, is going out 1-2. It's not over, but he is in a real bad spot all of a sudden. Both players have missed opportunities, but that was a clutch Dugtrio switch for Tama. Surf is going to come up well short, and Super Celebi all of a sudden seems like a nightmare. How does Milo Doll Zapdos deal with that? I think the answer is it doesn't. The best thing Lanier can do is go for Toxic. This is going to be tough. He's going to have to try to stall him out of Toxic. Here comes Zapdos trying to poison him down. Psychic takes that out. Does not fall for that. Tama not going to Giga Drain into the Zapdos. He just goes Psychic instead. That turns out to be the right play, and I think Lanier is dead. Giga Drain there, 47%. It's going to get the Celebi nice and healthy. Surf is going to help him along with the aid of the crit, but it's not going to be enough. This Giga Drain with a very good chance to kill Milo here. Based on the last damage roll, it could just kill him, and it does! And that leaves Lanier with only Claydol. I cannot imagine how Lanier could win from here. I'm pretty sure Gengar can just blow up on him now. Should be a Giga Drain and a boom, and that should be the end of it. Giga Drain 55%. Claydol, I don't even know if he can kill him here. Wow. And Lanier goes for Explosion. He knows that he's beat. Like a gentleman, Lanier says thanks for the games and GG. But Lanier is going to be eliminated. The TheLinearCurve, who won this tournament the first time around and came within one game of winning it last year, is going to have a shockingly early exit in round 3 at the hands of ADV Cup finalist Tamahome. Wow. That has got to be right there. That has got to be one of the best, if not the best, games of the tournament so far. That matchup was a nightmare for Tama. This should have been Lanier's game 8 or 9 times out of 10. He had the dream matchup for the team that he brought. He could not have drawn it up better. And Tama simply outplays him for the most part. Both players had some missed predictions and some missed opportunities, which you can't fault them for. Nobody plays perfectly or makes every single prediction correctly over the course of a game. They both missed chances. If they didn't miss them, this game could have heavily gone one way or the other. But at the end of the day, Tama outplays him, especially with that clutch Dugtrio switch at the exact right moment. That play basically won Tama the game. And the net result, like I said, I can't believe it, just how shocked I am. Lanier is going to be out 1 and 2, out of here in round 3. Who would have called that at the start of this tournament? But that's the way that it goes. Lanier is gone. And this tournament is now anybody's to win, with some huge upsets. Marco out, Lanier out, Roro in the loser's bracket. This tournament is anybody's to win, and I cannot wait to see how the rest of this tour plays out. Like I said, this might have been the best game of the tournament so far. If you guys enjoyed it, absolutely leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about this game. Leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you've not already done so. Thank you for watching.